Hi again, everybody. We're back with beers with Kyle. Kyle's beer review. Monday night, Monday evening. Hope everybody had a great Monday. Another start to a fantastic work week. Picked up a couple more pumpkin brews today. Four so far that I've reviewed and tried this year. This will be number 5, and it's from a company you guys may have heard of, the Alltech Brewing Company. This is the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Pumpkin Ale. Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Pumpkin Ale. That's a big boy. Anything bourbon ale, 10% alcohol by volume. It says ale brewed with natural pumpkin flavors and spices and aged in oak bourbon barrels. This is actually surprisingly really good. The bourbon and the pumpkin actually mix. I know it sounds pretty wild. I've had this for a couple years now, and it's actually one of the better ones. I would say it's a pumpkin or a Schlafly, but I would say it's better than some, clearly. Of course, Alltech Brewing, Lexington, Kentucky. Bourbon Barrel Aged Seasonal. This is the Barrel Aged Seasonal Series beer. I didn't say a whole lot about this. It is 10% by volume, the 4-pack. I actually had a sale on this. I know it sounds great. It was only $12.99, normally $15.99. Saved a couple bucks. I thought, you know what? Was wanting to get it. It's a Monday night. I had a couple of beers earlier. I'm going to go with this. Let it chill down for a second. Of course, this company, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, sells a lot. And that beer is one of the nastiest beers I've ever had in my life. But this company, I've got hip to them. The vanilla barrel was pretty good. The blackberry porter, they have a peach. They've done some pretty decent things with bourbon barreling and aging that in there. So without further ado here, let's get the top off and get this into a bottle and get a pour on the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Pumpkin Ale. There's our cap there, the horsey logo. I do have some glassware from this company. Drank this beer in this glass 2 years ago at a pint night. 2016 or 15? I think it would be 2015, 2 years ago almost. Kentucky Pumpkin Barrel Ale. Pumpkin Ale. Like I said, I remember this being pretty good. So let's go ahead and get a pour and an aroma and get it going here. Hope everyone's enjoying their Monday. Take a sniff there. You know what? I'm not getting any. Yeah. I get the snifter from them. I don't know. There's a little bit of that taste. Yeah, these boys, Lexington, Kentucky. They came out trying to brew all day. They do have a white ale and some regular IPAs. 10% alcohol by volume. There's the pour. Pretty good. Oh, look at the carbonation. Wow. Lively, lovely carbonation. Look at that color. Oh, man. This is presentation-wise, this is an A. See the carbonation there? A nice head. On the aroma, though, I don't get... Yeah, I get bourbon and, like, malt. Almost like a malt bourbon. I get another sniff on that. I don't get much pumpkin. Yeah, who knows? I mean, these recipes... That's why I love seasonals. Not just the weather, not just pumpkin and football, but also just because these seasonal recipes, the beers change. Every company... And they say they don't, but they do. If the recipe doesn't, the harvest changes. Pumpkin's a vegetable, so the harvest, the weather, they all change. And I know a lot of companies will change their recipe as well. So you can have the harvest changing, the weather changing, the recipe changing. It just makes for something unique and something to look forward to as to year-round standard beer. So good, bad, or ugly, or in between. I just like fall. And I love Christmas, winter beers. But let's go ahead and thanks to the boys at Alltech for this one. Say cheers and. Thanks to who's ever watching this. I know I saw some of my videos are getting a few more reviews. At Dragon's Milk S'mores, and over 60 people have reviewed that. So let's say cheers and let's give this a little sip. 10%. I am gonna sip this very, very, very gently here. Cheers. All right, where's the pumpkin? I cannot. I cannot do it. My goodness, this is... to be honest, I don't even get 10% booze. I'm going to start with this comment there. I get no... There's no pumpkin in this, at least in my opinion. I don't know how somebody else maybe tastes this, but I get no pumpkin. This is probably similar to the Ballast Point where it's just... This was almost... I don't even get any bourbon in this. This almost tastes like a... This almost tastes like a... It goes down really smooth. I'm going to give that part of it great. A smooth drinking... This almost tastes, again, like an amber an amber ale. No bourbon, no pumpkin. And really surprising for Alltech, Kentucky, that they have no bourbon. I mean, at 10%, yeah, this drink's at about a 5 or 6. I mean, wow. A little bit of warming now. Yeah, I'm getting a warming now. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay. That little sip I took at certain. Let's get another swig and see if I get some pumpkin. The head has dissipated very quickly. Where is the pumpkin? I don't know. That's actually a good beer because it sips easy. I get a lot of, I think, more cinnamon in this. Although not a spice bomb like the Weibacher. No, nothing like that at all. I actually think this is pretty good with the lack of pumpkin, though, for when we're reviewing it. I don't even get a lot of bourbon when we finish the bottle there. Almost like, yeah, I think I get a lot more cinnamon than pumpkin. I'm going to give it a B. I think for being 10%, it drinks very easy. Drinks very smooth. I mean, this goes down to 5 or 6%. I don't get any pumpkin in this. If anybody else tries this season, let me know. No pumpkin for me. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B because it's 10% and it's very smooth. This would still be a very nice fall beer. There's a little bit of cinnamon in there, maybe some slight nutmeg. I would say cinnamon is the predominant presence here, but really not a lot of bourbon. And that's actually, I want this from them, though, because I think a lot of their beers have been too much bourbon. So this is mixed emotions. There's no pumpkin. Normally I'd be outrageous, but this company has done so many bourbon barrel beers where it's all bourbon. This is no bourbon, no pumpkin. This is just a, even though it's not boozy, 10% of boozy amber red ales. So I'm going to go mixed emotions. I'm glad that they finally eased up on the bourbon. Wanted a little more pumpkin, but I guess it's baby steps for the boys at Alltech. So I'm going to say a B. I'm okay with it. A B minus. B minus B beer. But that's going to wrap it up for here. I got the Shipyard Pumpkin Head I may get out from Shipyard as well. So out of the pumpkin beers I tried, it's the 5th one. I'll say it's the number 4. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The Blue Moon and Southern Tier are the best, too. I'm going to put this in between the Ballast Point and the Weibacher. But that's my review. See you guys. Cheers.